Hey Spirit Fam, Bree Marie here with day 20 of July Journey 22, the knowledge prompt. Bear with me, I'm not feeling all that great. I'm a bit nauseous today, thanks to good old celiac disease. If you literally even lick up something that had macaroni and cheese on it, not that I lick plates, but say if your plate touches somebody else's plate, yeah, you're probably gonna get sick. So what's super, I couldn't make this shit up if I tried, guys. So for the knowledge prompt, I actually pulled the mentor, okay, also known as the Hierophant. And if you watched yesterday, I've been waiting for my book that I left in the waiting room in my diaper bag. And I wanted to read to you today's story about the Hierophant, aka the mentor. Once upon a time, there was a learned man who lived in a temple. He had been the advisor to the emperor, which I never knew before this book. I'll never forget now. Well, he was the emperor, became mad. He was until the emperor became mad with power. Ooh, another interesting piece of information. Who was he? Was he a witch? A magician? He was neither. He was a guide. A guardian who had been entrusted. All right, sorry for all that beeping. I had to turn my notifications off. A guardian who had been entrusted with the custody of traditional and spiritual knowledge. A mentor to the people. People came from far and wide to see him. He was conventional in his methods, and people seemed to like that. At least they knew what to expect. They enjoyed his traditional ways of teaching. His orthodox rituals and ceremonies unquestionably had been passed down from generation to generation. Altering them was preposterous. There was no need to rock the boat. He was very calm, and there was a glow that seemed to ooze out of his every pore. They all came before him as bees to flowers. At night, he would be found standing on a pedestal of books, the moon shining bright behind him, illuminating him in a radiance. He was the source of all knowledge. What are the odds that for the knowledge prompt, I pulled the source of all knowledge? He had absorbed it all from many centuries of teachings. His words delved deep into the soul, and no one argued. They followed him blindly, taking in every word he said and absorbed it into their own soul. His teachings, traditional and conventional as they may be, provided the people with the structure they required and felt they needed. He knew his responsibilities and was careful to ensure he set an example. I mean, if he did not practice what he was teaching, then his congregation would never follow his example. So they trusted him. He was the bridge between heaven and earth, their mentor to eternal peace. Powerful. This card is about traditional institutions and may involve religious figures or mentors. The card asks you to question where the beliefs you hold have come from. So as far as knowledge is concerned, it makes me think of our Saturn return, which comes every 27 years. And when I was 27, 28, it rocked my world. And I didn't even know what was happening at the time. When you question everything you've ever been taught by parents, society, and realize that you might have been taking on knowledge or beliefs that aren't yours, that you don't own, that you've been living in a certain way and you don't really agree with that. Like you're going to change make your own judgments, your own opinions, and your own knowledge. So I love that. Are they yours or have they been taught? You are perhaps thinking of joining some sort of structured learning class or leaving a learning that no longer aligns with your beliefs or values anymore. So with knowledge, this makes me think of signing up for a major and then changing your major. That's perfectly fine to start gaining knowledge in something and then wanting to change your mind. This is also telling me that for all of us, really, knowledge will come when we sign up for these classes or activities to learn something new. It doesn't have to be like a whole college degree, but you may come across someone who may end up being a mentor or a guide to you. Listen to what they have to say, but keep an open mind and take only what resonates with you. You do not have to believe everything you are told. So for knowledge, okay, you do not have to believe everything you are told. Not on the news, not in social media, not from your parents, not from your friends, not from your best friend or the love of your life. You do not have to believe everything that you were told, okay? Very, very important. The mentor person is someone who is quite grounded in their spiritual beliefs and convictions. They can be very supportive and almost come across as a guide. To know who they are, it can be extremely difficult to sway them from what they believe in. They will be quite stubborn and defend their beliefs to the end. They can be quite traditional and conventional and appear to be set in their ways. You can depend on them to be reliable and steady. They tend not to stray too far from the norm. And even this person, the mentor, who is extremely knowledgeable and seems to know it all and have it all together, doesn't mean their knowledge is wrong, but you might have your own knowledge, right? So that's where intuition is so important, because we have to follow our own intuition when it comes to what knowledge to believe, because there's a lot of knowledge out there, right? These are thoughts, have you ever considered where the beliefs you hold have come from? And if you haven't had your Saturn return yet, and you're not 27 or 28 yet, you will have this time where you consider and question where all of the beliefs that you've ever had, where they come from, and if they're truly yours. What are the main beliefs that you hold? Are they really yours, or what you have been told to believe in? Consider creating new traditions or rituals for yourself or your family. What would they be? So crazy that this would come up for the knowledge prompt, because yeah, it's kind of like the knowledge card, but it's more than that, okay? It's reminding you to not believe all the knowledge that you hear. Even science changes. Like when I was a kid, Pluto was a planet. And then my now almost 20-year-old, when he was growing up, it wasn't a planet. And now it's considered a planet again or something. I don't even know anymore. You know, things can change. So they say math never changes, right? So it's the one subject I'm not really all that good at. But knowledge is forever changing, and so are we. So something that you might be knowledgeable and believe in one day might change in a couple years from now. You could have entirely different beliefs and feelings about it. So I love this. But merely being tradition does not make something worthy. We can't just assume that because something is old, it's right. We can't just assume that because something is old, it's right. I love that. All right, guys. I'm going to go right ahead and do the next one. I don't remember what it is, but I'm going to go ahead and do 21. Sorry for the weird angle, but love, light, and blessings, and I'll see you all later. Mwah! Bye.